What's up, gang? Yes, sir. Market mechanic wasn't able to come out tonight. He got stuck on a work trip. He's like on a business trip at some hotel somewhere, so the Wi-Fi there was kind of bad, so he wasn't able to stream. Yeah, this is a closure here at 10 pips. I'm not liking this no top wick on the 15 minute. Let me update the stream record, plus 10 on stream. I thought I wasn't going to be able to call that a stream trade, but you guys came in and I was in drawdown, so you guys had a chance to take it. When we do small ranges like this, I over risk. That was 40 pip stop, so I put in a 2 lot. All while smoking a joint. 10 piparuskis. That's 6 wins on stream. 92 pips. What up, Nate? Yeah, Market Mechanic will be here tomorrow. What day is tomorrow? Tuesday? Yeah, he'll be here Tuesday, and then I got Wednesday night, and then he's got Thursday night again. Usually he does 3 nights a week, and I do one. But he was busy tonight, so I took over. Y'all gotta subscribe to him. If we come up for a top wick for this 15 minute and then flip bearish again, I'll re-enter some sells, man. But we need to come up for a top wick here. This might just drive without that top wick. That top wick is very, very, very crucial. Who's still holding? Well, if we start coming down to the rebreak of the daily lows, then I'll start looking for more entries. I mean, the rebreak of the lows now doesn't look bad. It looks like we're going to come down here. After this 5-minute attempted to come up, we closed below. This flip bearish. Chama? Chama. I might have some... Yep, I missed it. I was going to say I was going to have some sell stops here on the break of this low. I even said I might have some... Damn. Oh well, let's start looking for the daily break of the lows and see what happens. Wow. If you guys are still holding, congratulations. If you guys are still holding, congratulations. Damn, I might have a sell stop on the break of the daily lows. If this thing breaks the daily lows, it's gonna fly. This is a risky trade though. We do have quite a bit, because if we do break the lows and tap it and then reflip bullish, I don't want to be in that too long. That's 76 pips. His daily flip, what do we have closing? This 4 hours about to flip. It's a break of the hourly low, the daily flip. That's tough. Yeah, this is good. If we pull back and do the same thing we did here before, then continuing to break down. What's the pip difference from here to here? 7 pips. Don't flip bullish, flip bearish and break the lows. Because if it flips bullish now, if we start to form structure here, that rebreak of the low might just be a liquidity grab for a continuation up, and I don't want to be in that. You have a 5-minute closure in a minute. What would that do? That'll give us only 1 minute to drive down, break the lows, and push through. A 1-minute candle would have to drive down 20 something pips. If not, that 5-minute would be closing either in this range or here with no bottom wick, which would mean I don't want to be in that without a bottom wick. No bottom wick closure at support, at minor support. Well, it's not minor anymore, it's a 15-minute N30. So, $35 pips, that's beautiful, bro. A 5-minute just closed. We're coming up to form a top wick first. Where did we close at? We closed below here. Yeah, I'm moving my sell stop up. And then I'll likely use this as my stop loss. I'll keep it tight. That's 12. I'll move it up a little higher. And I'll tell you what too, once this thing enters and we break this low, I'll probably be break even fast as fuck. And we're in. Once we fill that wick, I want to be break even. Yeah, I'm not giving this enough anymore. Fuck around and find out time. Come on, bitch, let me go break even. This not letting me go break even, man. There we go. Probably gonna get stopped out break even here. I'm not trying to fuck around and find out here. These no top wicks are annoying me. The daily is about to break. Yeah, this is what I wanted. I wanted to be break even before the daily re-breaks the lows. If we do get a pullback here, that's fine. If I get stopped out. I wanted the daily break of the lows. I wanted to be break even by then. Let's see what we can get here. That daily did break the lows and we tried to form a bottom wick and we did. So if it wants to drive up, it can, but let's hope we don't get stopped out here. A rebreak of the low here, I would close a partial position, probably close a one lot. And that's a full closure right there at 12 pips. That's beautiful. I don't care if it drives anymore. That's 20 pips for the night. I'm a scalper, remember? So I over risk a little bit to make a little bit more per position. That's beautiful. Since this isn't Forex, I can't close 1.5. I could only close a one lot, which would only have been $100. That's not worth it to me. $200 is worth it to me. I'm perfectly happy with that. But if it was Forex, I would have closed a 1.5 lot and left a 0.5 running. Because that 0.5 would have been up $50 right here, right? And let's say it drives down and we do keep getting a continuation down. It would have made me $200, $300 at 0.5 because of my entry. Because I have the entry up high here before the flip of the daily candle. So my goal, my ideal entry was over here. And I was willing to risk getting stopped out somewhere up here. In order to catch the flip coming down here. You see how price started consolidating here on the 1 minute and then broke the lows. We did the same thing right here and then broke the lows. Once we started kind of pausing here, I was a little iffy, but then we broke the high here and I said, all right, cool. That was the 5 minute opening with no bottom wick. So that means that if we break these highs here, tapping into this area here and then start to come down, and break the low, that means that this area right here, 5 minute flip, is a perfect area to get in. That's indicating that we're going to continue down the same way that we're continuing here. It failed to close out of the 10 SMA, so we're riding the 10 SMA down. Oh yeah, and earlier, I got stopped out break even here, and like I said, the price did drive up, and it gave me, my entry was right here, and it gave me 25 pips. So the break even earlier, I kind of went break even a little bit too early. But even then, I think on this second push, I would have went break even, and it would have still tapped me out because it trickled its way up there. Yeah, and that tapped my entry right there, which was this 5 minute flip. That's why I closed full there. That makes more sense to me. I'm a scalper. Now, on the rebreak of this daily low, we might be able to get another opportunity and just continue taking rebreaks of these lows. But see, we just crossed the 10 SMA. If we start to break to the upside and start getting some closures to the upside here, then we've officially crossed the 10 SMA, and there's no more trend on the 1 minute on the SMA. So that's something we have to be very careful of. 50 pips here. You're a fucking savage. Let me update my pip count. All my boys from earlier are sports betting, so they're... You know what they're doing. They're over there fucking... degenerating their way. Win number 7, 12 pips. So that is 114 pips on stream. Fuck yeah. This is a trade that I take a lot. This 1 minute, if it starts to break the low here and starts to come down, this is an entry type that I take quite a bit. And that would indicate the top wick for the 5 minute before flipping down, the top wick for the 15, for the 30. What did this 30 do? This 30 closed, ugly. This 15 closed, ugly as shit. What's their 1 minute level here? The 1 minute level is this. Look at how perfect that is. Look at how perfect that rejection is. I take the first pullback on the 1 minute to the last low on the 1 minute, and that's usually the zone that I draw. And look at how we tapped that to the fucking T before driving up. We formed the bottom wick that we needed for the daily. And now if this starts to come up or starts to re-break the daily highs, we're gonzo. We're gonzo straight to the upside. What do you have here? I don't even think you have a trend line here that you can draw. Or do you? I mean, this candle would be the trend line break. This candle that we're in right now. On the 5 minute. If we do get a closure outside. If we don't and we start rejecting this, we just tapped the 5 SMA. We came up and we closed the 5 SMA. We were very far away from it and now we're at it. So this could be an area of rejection where we come down to the downside. So we have to be very careful here. We have to be very careful here. Because we could just death drop right here and get another drop here. What'd this 5 do? This 5's got 30 seconds and we're starting to drop now. You could take a sell here and attempt a quick sell with a very small stop loss in hopes that this is the push down. This is a trade that I've been taking a lot, anticipating the top wick at these 1 minute levels. Oh, we're still scooping here. Last couple times I got stopped out break even, and then that was the drive. That would have been a good entry, I believe. How many pips is this one candle? 14 pips? Yeah, that would have been a really good entry. Yeah, bro. It's that's what I was trying to explain to Wix without trying to impose too much on Sunday stream. I was trying to explain to him how I was taking these entries, how price came down, closed below, and then we're looking for a top wick, but where do you want price to tap? I was looking for the 1 minute money printer play at these levels, and that would indicate the top wick entry for me. So what happened here? It's a big 5-minute closure. For it to flip now and start driving down now, I don't want to be here. I want to be on the re-break of the daily low. On that second break, we get a closure below, and then we start driving up because this is a very strong area. So I want us to break below. Now, to really confirm that we're breaking out, because we've already traded the range, right? I've already taken entries in and out of the range here, so it's getting kind of iffy now. So we could break down below. So what I want to see is price start to clear this zone here, and then see if we can get some push to the downside here and fill this. You see what I'm saying? Because this is a very strong level here, and we've bounced off it once, twice, all these times here. We've almost got there, we've rejected, and then we rejected just now, which is the daily low. So this is where we should have had major volume pushing us to the downside, creating a steeper bottom wick for the daily, because it is the daily flip and the daily break of the low, but we didn't. It froze here. So that tells us this area here is strong as shit. So we have to be very careful with taking trades past this area. So I mean, you can take sells from range to range here, because it looks like this area is really strong and this area is really strong. So I took a sell coming down here, and a buy coming off this level isn't so bad. Maybe a continuation to the upside here, to come fill the daily wick again. Maybe price will just range tonight. I'm gonna turn my AC down. I'll be right back. I'm getting hot. Did you guys catch anything? I was in that way at the top, closed on the flip of this 1 hour. Nice. Yeah, I'm doing this Apex 250k evaluation. On the tonight on the eval, I'm up 398, so 20 pips. In total, I'm up 2%. I need 6% to pass. Yes and no. So I'm still doing Top Step. But the larger account on Apex, what my plan is to have to copy trade 3 accounts and to use point twos, so 2 micros or 2 minis on each one. And normally I'll catch like between 30 and like 80 pips in a day, so 40 pips is like an average, I would say. So 40 pips off of 2 or 3 micros across 3 different accounts is what my goal is. So I'm trying to pass this 250k Apex and the Top Step. I did pass the Top Step, but with that stupid rule, I just reset it and decided to do it again and take it a little bit slower because I passed too fast. It was my first one too, so first try I passed within 2 weeks. The first week I had a decent week. I struggled a bit. The second week, it was actually 3 weeks. The first week I struggled a bit. The second week I went break even, and the third week that's all that I was waiting for. I just needed to get hit on a streak. I just needed to have some good price action days and hit on a streak. I hit a 9 streak and that passed the challenge. That's usually how I pass challenges. Um, 1 week out of the month I'll be break even, and then I'll hit like a really nice streak, and the streak will usually a little bit over risk would pass the account. So before I was taking the accounts and kind of risking very high on the live accounts, and I wasn't able to stick within the rules. So that's how I lost all my funded accounts. So now, ideally, with multiple accounts, I can risk like $150 per trade of the $6,000 of drawdown that I have, and that ain't shit. And that way, within maybe 40 days, I'll be able to take a 2K payout across each account, and then while simultaneously opening up the same 2 contracts on my live account, and then that would literally boost my live account like 3x. So I got some plans. My plan is to trade my live and copy trade it to the 2 fundeds. A lot of people like different accounts because if you blow one or this and that, you still have other accounts reserved. Um, but that's exactly how I'm gonna blow all of them, trying to trade them all separately. So if I can trade them all very low risk and just take my time for the payouts and then withdraw every 6 weeks, 6,000, that's good ass money, bro. It's not gonna replace my job, but put that on top of my job, and that's a shit ton of fucking money. I would have to make a shit ton of money for trading to replace my job. That's why I will probably be working for a very long time and trading at the same time until I start making like multiple 6, 7 figures a year trading. JOB funding is doing me good. Top Step is for sure 100% better. Top Step, for example, on Apex, I was doing a challenge, right? And my daily drawdown and my limit of drawdown is 6,000. So I was up 13k. I needed 15k to pass, right? I lost 3 consecutive trades at 2k apiece, right? I was risking a lot. 1 loss each day, 3 consecutive trades. That left me with only 500 of drawdown left, even though I was risking 2k separate days, right? With Apex, that means that now I can only have 500 of loss on my next trade. So to grind back, I still have 6k of profit, but I only have negative 500 I can go. So that is trash unless you're risking very, 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 very little, right? So with Top Step, you have 1K limit a day, right? So let's say I would have lost that 1K limit that day. Tomorrow it resets. So if I was up 13K on the account and I lost to 12K, tomorrow I still have my full drawdown once it resets. So I don't have to worry about 3 consecutive losing days and only having 500 of drawdown left. If I lose 3 consecutive days, as long as I let the drawdown reset every 24 hours, it's back fresh to my fresh drawdown on the following day. So that means I won't be $500 away from losing $6,000 payout. That's fucking ridiculous. That's how it was with Apex. Fucking ridiculous, bro. I would waste all the trailing drawdown, still be in profit, and then get fucking screwed. Like that's annoying. But if you're trading 3 micros and you're taking your time up there and you're leaving a buffer and eliminating that trailing drawdown in the future, really working your way up there, taking your 30 days to build a buffer and then taking your next 2 to 4 weeks to take to build your payout. That's what you really want to do. Just take it slowly and very, very slowly. I know guys that have withdrawn over 50K this year from payouts because they decide to take it slowly. Because their trading days before the payout is like 45 days, 50 days, 60 days before their payout. Hey, what up, gang? I sent the Zoom link in the chat, so if you guys want to come in the Zoom. I got a few people in here. That daily rebreak of the highs would be a nice entry if it wasn't for all these fucking no bottom wicks, bro. Look at that beautiful hourly push, bro. That's so clean, dude. That's clean, but that 15 though, 2 no bottom wicks though, not worth it. Not worth it. But this J is worth it. That's what's up, bro. I'm happy for you, bro. I've been dying to get into crypto, but I've been too fucking focused on Forex. If we do start coming down now, that would not be bad. We just broke all these highs here. Just to grab orders to flip bearish for the day. 9 o'clock is about to close. China Open. Well, China Open already happened, and that's the volume that we got here, and then the retracement, and now a push up. But as you can see, dude, I trade based off price action. I don't really be drawing too many levels. I'm like trading candle to candle. I think this is very intriguing. I don't see nobody, well, not nobody, but all the most famous people on YouTube, bro. None of them trade live, bro. That's crazy. You know how hard it is to learn how to trade off a YouTube video? That shit's fucking insanely hard, bro. When I was watching Don live stream and he would say some things, I'm like, wait, I lost hundreds of dollars before I realized I needed to keep my stop loss there, and you knew that this whole time, why did I not fucking pay you to teach me earlier? But I took the free route. I just went to the live streams every single day. Every day for the free live streams every day. And when I wanted to be noticed, because there was a million people in the chat, 3,000 people, I would donate $1 and I would ask a question. And then he would answer my question. That's how I started getting noticed in the DVS Discord, and that's how I became a mod, because my questions would get lost in the sauce. So donating you could become a member, and that's like $15. But I was like, if I just donate $1 and spread my $15 across the month, I can ask 15 different questions, and he could read my name out loud 15 different times, and then I could really get my questions answered. And then he can go off on rants based off my questions, and then really go in depth on what I'm asking. If this 15 flips bearish, that would be a flip and a scoop on the 1 minute closure, but we still have a 5-minute scoop here. You gotta be careful, very careful. Let's wait. This 15 could close, and we have 15 minutes for it to close. Good morning, SL. How are you? Unfortunately, you missed a couple of pips. What up, Spaceman? We're out here watching price barcode, but we caught some trades in this barcode. So, Trade Locker on mobile works 85% like TradingView. Your indicators aren't the same. You can't have your daily candle indicator on there. You can't have this on there. I did enjoy it compared to Match Trader, but nothing compares to MT5 or trading on actual TradingView, bro. I don't know. Me trading on here, being able to put all the indicators I want, being able to switch everything that I want, and to be on futures with no spreads, it's just, I prefer trading on TradingView now than anything else. If it's not on TradingView, it's going to be difficult for me to want to be trading on it. Would you look at that? That's a fair value gap. If we start to break these lows here and break down, I would like to take some sells. Huh. 5, no top wick, no top wick here. Are we going to get that same push down without any wicks on these minutes? That's not interesting enough for me. Even if it does push down without that top wick, I don't like it. There might be way too much volume for it to give a fuck about a top wick. ideally, I would like to be on the flip there of the. Why couldn't you give me a top wick? On XAU, do we have a top wick? No. Yeah. Nope. Not interested. That would have activated my sell stop if I would have had it on there. But without a top wick, man. Without a top wick, man. I mean, if we do re-break the daily highs, it's gonzo. So taking a sell here wouldn't be too bad. You would get your answer right away. No top wick closures is so important, man. No top wicks are so important. And just because it's driving without that top wick doesn't mean you disregard it. And take the trade anyways. Because it could come right back and burn you in the ass. Let's see what happens here. If you were impulsive and took that entry without waiting for the top wick here, if you didn't get slipped, you would be in 2 or 3 pips of drawdown right now. It looks good to drive down. It looks really good. Just that top wick, man. We always have a top wick, always have a top wick, always have a top wick, always have a top wick. And then when we don't have top wicks here, the next candle comes up very fucking close. And then rejects. So we need something to come up to like these levels here and then reject. But hands are tied until the 1 hour close. Let's look at the 1 hour close. If this 1 hour close is doji, again at this level we have range to fill both ways with no direction and market paused. Yeah, the time frames aren't lining up. That's exactly why every time that I switch time frames, something a little bit different, it looks like a little bit different is going on. Oh. Yeah, see, that's why you wait for that top wick and you don't take those sell stops, because you would have been in drawdown right now. And we tapped that level. So a break below now wouldn't be so bad if you're going off the 1 minute just now. But we do have a minute left until the 1 hour closes. So I would like to wait for that to close. Some people trade minute to minute and don't care about the hourly closure. But understand the hourly closure gives you volume, and the hourlies always have a high probability of having a top or bottom wick. So if you're in sells, you're thinking that for price to continue down, you're going to have to make a top wick first and then continue down, which means you're going to expect more drawdown before continuing down. So who knows where that top wick is going to end up being at. So you're better off waiting for the hourly to close, identifying that top wick on the hourly, and then taking a flip or a wick entry on your way back down, instead of taking an entry before the hourly and then possibly sitting in drawdown on that top wick. So even though it could possibly move, it doesn't negate the fact that you need a top wick on all of these candles. You need a top wick on the hourly, you need a top wick on the 15. We need some sort of top wicks here. So if this does like a whipsaw where it goes boom and then down, doom, doom, sell stops on the way down. If we start breaking the daily highs with some closures above here, we can take some buys above. but this is still a very strong sell area, especially with this little tiny bottom wick for the day. You want to be careful. I got you, bro. I got you. You want Bitcoin to move? Here, I'll draw a joint for you. So that way it can push all the cryptos higher. That way Bitcoin can get high for you. Clear. Back to Golduski. What is this gold doing, man? Gold, you're starting to flip up on the hourly. Flip bullish. On the hourly, this looks good. On the 4-hour, this looks good. On the 30-minute, this looks like a close respecting resistance, so we're iffy here. On the 15, we have no bottom wick here, and we're still closing respecting resistance after rejecting this area up here where all these wicks are. On the 5-minute, we're starting to close back into range, and we're starting to break the lows again. A re-break of these lows here could possibly give us a push to the downside. Our 15 has a bottom wick. Our 5 came up to try to grab a top wick and is now flipping bearish. Our hourly is flipping bearish after attempting to come up. So I am going to have a sell stop here. On the break of these lows here for a continuation down. And I'm in. Damn, that was quick. Sorry about that. The re-break of the daily highs is my out. My break-even point will likely be once we fill this 15-minute gap here. That's a very strong area here. And we did it on break-even here. One more push and I'm closing. That's 15 pips, 16 pips for you guys. That was fucking too fast. I'm sorry. This is why scalping is difficult here. But that's 16 pips for you guys. Let me update the record before I forget. Spam the fucking dubs, gang. Spam the dubs, gang. You know how hard it is to trade in front of people, to show people what you do and how you analyze and not feel like people are calling you a dumbass? Spam the fucking dubs, gang. That was that was 260. So that was 13 pips. 13 piparooskies. You guys are fucking awesome. Let me keep spamming the fucking dubs. Let me get that shit on Instagram. You guys are the shit. You guys are the fucking shit, man. 35 pips on stream. 36 pips on stream, bro. Slide through, gang. Slide through. You guys are the fucking shit. So, let me update. Overlay. That was... How many pips was that? That was 30 pips for the night, so I'm going to count that as a tenner. I don't know how many you guys got on it, but I'm going to count that as a tenner. I'll be conservative. So we had 15 on one, 10 on the other one and 10 on the other one, so that's 35 pips. Wins 8 on stream. Save. And it's 9. Honestly, I think that's... I'm not going to be taking any more trades after that. That was fucking banging. My entry was right here. I did get slipped a little bit. So I don't know if going break even would have stopped me out there. See, this is what... another rebreak of the low wouldn't have been bad there. That's exactly the same setup that I took here, happening for a continuation to the downside. It's following the trend on the 1 minute. The 5 is starting to scoop, but we don't have a top wick here on the 5, so that's a little iffy. But if you're just going from area to area, this would have been a perfect area to close out at, because we did reverse. So I don't know how steep this wick would have been, which is why I closed full. So, and you guys can see again, we're in the volume candle, we're in the push, we're breaking down what's happening, all right? As price is closing, as candles are closing, you can start to see when the hourly closed, we tried to form a top wick on the hourly and failed. It came down first for a bottom wick, faking us out on that 15-minute sell stop that we had, and then came up to create a top wick, failing to drive up. The lower time frame is closing back into range. The hourly is starting to flip. The 30-minute is starting to flip. Everything is starting to flip and flip bearish and come back into range. I mean, that was a perfect entry. We needed that top wick in this area. And what did I say about the top wicks? Usually, we come back almost to that area, or we come back to make a top wick for that area. And if we come down to the 1 minute, we needed a top wick here. Price came up, tried to make a top wick for it, failed, came down, grabbed orders, and came up again, respected this area, creating a solid resistance here, and then we had that volume push to the downside. My entry was on the break of the lows on the second push of that second candle. So once we had this volume push to the downside, basically a bearish engulfing this whole entire move here, I set my sell stops to the break of the lows here. So you can continue your sells, because this could be now the final push down to the daily lows to break. But I'm a scalper, and this scalper is done 30 pips for this session. DXY no top wick. Yeah, gold might just be struggling to drive down, because the DXY is the DXY driving down too? Oh no, DXY is just now driving up the last 15 minutes. So the DXY was at a support. Are we gonna make new highs here? If this DXY starts to break these levels here, you can expect the daily to flip on gold and for us to have a continuation to the downside. My entry could have been solid, but this support area here being so strong and being the daily low is the only reason why I'm not taking any more reflips of the daily low, sell stops on the daily low, because I could have tried it here and it would have made sense. Even here it would have made sense, but now that we've confirmed this is major support, it's not worth it anymore. Yeah, the last few live streams have been banger, because my trading time is from 7:30 till 9:30, and the time change has shifted us back an hour for us, while Asia stays the same. So I was waiting on Asia volume to time my trades correctly, but now Asia volume is coming in at 6:30 to 8:30, and 8:30 is the opening now instead of 9:30 like it was. So we're getting the post-Asian volume open from 8:30 through 10 o'clock now. So my trading time is now shifted back an hour to 6:30, since I start my streams at 6 and I have some volume coming in around 6:30. I can still enter some trades if the setup presents itself. It has to be a clear clear setup. It can't be like anything iffy. Sometimes I'll take like a little bit of a wild trade that's a little bit risky, um, but then my stop loss would be managed a little bit shorter there. I wouldn't give the trade too much breathing room because it has to be one of those trades where like it drives now or it doesn't drive. Like this one right here. Well, my stop loss was pretty large on this one compared to the other ones. The daily break of the highs was 43 pips, and I was gonna give it a little bit more. I was gonna be like a 60 pip stop on this one. So stops were quite large here. So if this wasn't the push, I wasn't gonna be looking for much. That's why I said I'm gonna go break even at the fill of this wick, because that's the because we have to sell stop, activate, maybe retest my entry, and then re-break the low and come down. It can't start hovering here because that's not the trade that I want to be in. I want to be in this one candle push down, which is exactly what we've been targeting. See how we took a sell stop here? We targeted that candle push to the downside. When we took a sell here, we took oh no, this was a buy. Where's my entry on this buy here? I don't even know. Oh, right here. I closed the break even. It got stopped out break even on this push down. Last stream we caught 40 pips, and this stream we caught 30 pips. Last pre-Asian session, Thursday maybe it was, I caught 20 pips. So it's all about staying strategic. And like right now, I'll explain. The laws of probability state. Well, no. So every trade has the same probability of playing out, but my mental capital wise, after going break even here, sitting through this chop, attempting another short here, getting the dub, attempting a second short here for a continuation, getting the dub, and then now attempting a third short here and getting a W, and now price is starting to come back. Do I really want to sit here and analyze more candles and figure out what my next entry is going to be? Your mental capital is very, very important. And after me being up since 6 in the morning and it's 9:30 at night and I'm still going at it, still working hard, my brain is probably fried. So do you really think that if you stay up another couple of hours after being up all day, that you're going to get the highest quality trades instead of leaving tonight a winner, 30 pips a winner, nice scalps that even drove further? So, I mean, even if your entry was late, you could have got it. You could have got in here for an extra 10 pips for a total of 30 pips on the move. So even a late entry would have resulted in a pretty decent. Who's James Brown? Let me Google that real quick. Can I turn my mic volume? My mic volume is the loudest that it can go. How about now? Oh, hold on. How about now? I think that's the loudest that I can get it to. Oh. Yeah. I don't know him as an adult, but I know him as an old man. Like the younger pictures, I don't know, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Bro, I'm Cuban, bro. I was born in Cuba. Cuban, born in Cuba, with a Cuban passport. I'm an immigrant, dog. Yeah, I turned my mic up to the loudest setting. I think I have something set incorrectly on the back of my mic. On the voice channel here, I think I switched it to the wrong. I got you. Yeah, it switched to surround sound. There we go. I also might be talking low. But man, that's such a banger. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and continue witnessing it making all-time highs. Oh look, we started rejecting. We just got a double top here on Bitcoin. No bottom wick on the hourly. The hourly starting to flip bearish after grabbing a top wick here for this hourly. We could have a continuation to the downside here, gang. Bitcoin could be coming down for a little dump. If it starts to break this low here on this previous hourly, that is a clean little dump down on Bitcoin. If you be scalping Bitcoin, this is the exact same trade we just took now on gold, but on Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't have as much bottom wicks or top wicks, but I don't know how Bitcoin works if it even needs them. Nate, not Nate, Nick. Is he in the Discord in the chat? What's that? I don't think he came through today. Nick is in here today. But no, he's got that indicator that tells you the probability of a candle closing with a top or a bottom wick. How's Asian Session treating me today, Randy? 30 pips on stream, my boy. You be coming late, dog. You came late. We got break even right here. I took a sell here. We closed it down here. We took a short here. This is kind of a rough estimate. And then I took another short here. Let's make it look like we got a high RR, when in reality I don't even trade RR. And then we got another dub here. Hey, yo. If you guys enjoyed tonight's stream, drop a like. We got 19 viewers, 14 likes. 4 more of you guys to drop a like. I would greatly appreciate it. We tried to come down and retest the lows, but we have failed, bro. We have failed to break the lows again. We're continuing to fail to break the lows. Yeah, bro. JT is really cool, like Richie and stuff. I was gonna go hang out with you guys. But I got busy. Me and my girl had some stuff to do. Yo, this is my boy Randy. He is my friend Richie that was on stream earlier. His little brother. He's 18 years old. Maybe you turned 19 already. Now you're probably. I think you're still 18. And he's been trading. And I've never seen somebody progress so fast in such little time, bro. Like for me to do what he's doing and to be confident enough to be in the trades and see the confluences that he's taking and this and that, and to be that systematic that early, bruh. Keep going, bro. You're gonna be way further than me, way faster than me, bro. Just keep going, dog. 19 in March, nice, bro. You're still a baby, bro. We have some 19-year-olds in this group, bro. These guys are insane. You're in a good spot. I think Daniel Holder is young too. We have a couple of young guys in here, bro, that are really doing solid shit, that are in their break-even stage already. Yeah. That's good, bro. My only suggestion, bro, is to immediately start throwing some money at that shit, bro. Start going live. Start feeling what it feels like to lose some money. Going through the pain of losing money now as you're 19 years old. So by the time that you're 25 taking losses, you've already had 5 years of experience taking losses trading, and it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't even phase you. Yeah, when you're at that break-even stage, you're literally a ticking time bomb. You're literally a ticking time bomb. You're ticking any minute now. You're gonna take the fuck off. And you feel it. You feel the fucking explosion when you pass your first funded account and then you blow it and you're like, huh, I'm getting something right. And then you go on a beautiful, perfect strategic streak. You pass another funded account. And then when you get to the live one, you're like, huh, when I blew it, I over traded today and I over leveraged in order to make back my loss. So my plan isn't the problem. It's me being emotional and being unable to take a loss that's the problem. So you start to notice these things that you didn't notice earlier because your plan isn't going to tell you if you're going to be able to hold thousands of dollars in profit or loss in accordance to your plan. Your plan doesn't tell you that. Your emotions will tell you if you're going to follow your plans or not. So how do you know if you're going to do that? You have to actually be trading and have the experience to know if you're going to be able to have the balls to stick to your plan. That's why you have to identify a break-even point. You have to identify a stop loss. You have to identify a take profit. When I go break even, if the price is driving in my direction, once we tap where my take profit is, I'm out, I close, and I don't worry about the rest of the trade. Yeah, bro, that's literally, it happens to all of us. You you're following your plan, and then out of nowhere your emotions will cause you to forget your plan, like literally almost like blindside you, and you're trading, and then out of nowhere you're fucking, you're not even noticing that there's no top wick. You're not noticing that price didn't take out an area of liquidity if you trade ICT. You're not noticing that there is no fair value gap there, or you're not noticing that it never really broke the trend line. You're not noticing that it never really crossed the SMA, or your SMA is never crossed. Like you just don't notice things because your emotions get in the way. Well, yeah, bro. Where's Don? Where's Don? All I know is that man taught me how to trade. He made me a mod and gave me free access to his signals, free access to the mod channel, free access to high net worth individuals that helped me improve my trading career. He gave me access to Wix 9, that I was one of the first people in the Discord there and became a mod there and was able to talk to him and to Don all the time. Don and me have gone back and forth on the DMs a little bit. I am not going to turn my back on the guy that taught me how to do everything that I know how to do. If you blew a ma'am, right? How many fucking accounts have I not blown? You're a 25-year-old managing millions of dollars, bro. Of course, shit could happen. I'm not going to blame you or be mad at you for losing millions of dollars when you're a 25-year-old who's doing what all of us dream of doing one day. Lord knows how I would have managed that much money. You know what I'm saying? To lose millions of dollars in a day, and to stay composed, and to come back to the charts, and to continue trading in the signal channel, and to non-stop give your people fucking value. Friday was a 200 pip day for him. You see what I'm saying? He's still continuously coming back after a loss and showing you how you need to be stoic. And no matter what happens, no matter how many accounts you blow, if you have faith in yourself and faith in the strategy and faith in the plan, you can come back even harder than ever before. I don't think that he's posting on the internet if he hasn't made back a lot of the money, or is coming back in a way so hard that everybody's got to shut the fuck up. You see what I'm saying? I think that there's something big coming, and that's why he's starting to be more vocal. Maybe he's made all the money back in the MAM. You know what I mean? The MAM is still alive. It's still on his website. You can still sign up. Maybe everybody deposited another double of their money, and then he flipped everybody's money times 3. You never know who's in the MAM and what's happened. All we know is there's a lot of people that took their money out right away and ran away. They didn't trust him to flip their money. But then there's other people that did deposit a bunch of money and are now quite happy because the MAM is still open. So even if you lost a lot of people's money and everybody's calling you a scammer, I don't have proof that you scammed anybody. You haven't told me you scammed anybody. From what it looks like to me was $5 million was a lot of fucking money, and the pressure was a lot, and you had a bad day trading, and you just kept continue trading, and just what it looks like. It just looks like an overtrade kind of day. You know what I mean? That's all that it looks like. But for people to say you purposely crashed millions of dollars with a broker deal, a broker that's regulated, a broker that makes millions of dollars, a broker that has like hundreds of millions in liquidity, why does it give a fuck about a measly couple $1,000,000? You see what I'm saying? Yes, people lost money, but that's the same way that you could sell somebody some signals and they can copy your signals and their first signal is your losing trade. And then they go full risk on the losing trade, and then they lose their life savings on your first signal. Is it your fault, or is it their fault for putting their life savings on a signal? The person who lost their life savings, whose fault is it? Is it Don for losing their life savings, or is it the guy's fault for putting his life savings on a singular thing? Do you risk your life savings on a singular trade? I don't think so. It's the same thing. Why would you risk your life savings on a MAM? You don't. You put in, if you had 30K, you start off with 5. And then if he flipped it to 15, then maybe you take your 5 out, and then you leave 10 in there and you let it rock and see what the 10 does. But I don't know, man. I think a lot of people are jumping to conclusions and talking a lot of shit. But it is what it is, bro. You don't turn your back on your friends when they fuck up on their personal life. It's got nothing to do with you. Well, I'll tell you what. You don't want to turn your back on the hand that literally fed you and taught you everything, gave you a shout out, gave you thousands of followers. The reason some of these guys are big is because Don gave them a shout out, made them a mod, and everybody was following them because they came from Don. So now that he lost millions of dollars, everybody's like, oh, you're a scammer, you lost millions of dollars. Like, no, bro, maybe you just had a bad trading day. And he's managing millions, so of course a bad trading day when you're managing millions equals to millions of dollars in losses. It'd be like that. But if it does turn out that there was a broker deal and you did do a scam and this and that, then obviously you gotta, what's it called, hey bro, you gotta fix your mistake, you gotta come back, you gotta pay people back, and then we can work on being friends afterwards. But you made a fucked up mistake, and that was fucked up. But if there's no proof, no evidence, and it was just a bad trading day and the man is still alive and he's making people money back, come on now. It's like as if you start your own crypto project and you spend $1 million trying to build it, and then it crashes and nobody makes any money, and people call you a scammer because everybody lost their money in the NFT or whatever. But you're like, bro, everybody deposited $1 million, but I spent $1 million trying to build it. I lost fucking money too. $9.30. What did this 30-minute candle do? This 30-minute candle closed bullish, came down from the bottom wick and started flipping bullish. That's a nice little buy here. If this does flip bullish and re-breaks the high, that's not a bad entry. We're getting volume right now. But where would that bottom wick be for the 30? After we came all the way down here, grab the bottom wick. The 15 has no bottom wick here. Are we going to come all the way down there? Now, if we start scooping on the 5 and then flipping bullish, you could take an entry to fill the wick. Yeah, the 1 minute is starting to form support here. If the 1 minute respects this support here, which is this gap, you see how there's a gap here, price drove up, price came up, tapped the gap, and it started driving up. If we do get that same bullish momentum here and we start to re-break the highs, that would be a good entry for some buys. But we would have to respect this and then break this. What strategy do you guys use? If you guys have a name for your strategy, what's it called? I want to know, so I can know what kind of terminologies y'all be using. Have a good night, Nate. Money printer. Yes, sir. Oh, I see it right there. El printer, el printer, el printer, el printer. This is the money printer. No bottom wick, grabbing orders at the bottom of the range, flipping bullish, buy stops at the break of the high with your stop loss somewhere down here. If you want, you can give it a little bit more room, but a break of the low would be sufficient. How many pips did that push give you? Only 3. It'd be like that. Sometimes it doesn't always push immediately, but Los Ojos. Mine is called We Got Room. Alright, let me write that down. Los Ojos. Where can I find that? On ICT's website? Look at that. That's why you give yourself a little bit of room. Look at that bullish push. That's beautiful. That money printer in action, gang. That money printer in action. No bottom wick. The candle comes down, creates a bottom wick. Flips bullish on the next candle. This is the money printer play. Not this gap. The gap is technically what's supposed to happen on this flip bullish here. But the closure, no bottom wick, at a support. The next candle comes down without a top wick, grabs a bottom wick for this candle, and then flips bullish. The bottom wick for this could be anywhere at the nearest support. And then the flip, the buy stop right here is your entry, or the buy stop right here, sorry. And then you would have seen, how much drawdown? You wouldn't even have seen that flip. You would have seen 4 pips of drawdown before it driving up 7 pips now and it coming up. I mean, that's 4 to 7. That's a 1-to-1. If you have no spreads, that's dope. Let's wait on this hourly closure, see what happens. So far, my computer, my PC, everything is working fine. OBS, Zoom, stream, YouTube, chat. I think this Mac M2 is doing pretty good, this Mac Mini. Look at that flip. What's going on here? What's going on here? Damn, no top wick. You're annoying. We've just been here with no tops or bottom wicks, just bouncing back and forth, eating shit. Why, my friend? Why? Looks like we might break out during London. Hey. I think we're good there for the night, to be honest. I think I'm gonna call it here, gang. I'm gonna go edit some stuff on here. I gotta edit a bunch of stuff on here. I gotta edit some Nightbot stuff, and I gotta read over my daily plan. If anybody needs a little bit of help, this is what my daily plan is. I haven't finished the take profit portion of it yet. I'm still working on that. Because of the way that I've changed my risk management plan, I am taking much better take profits. So I have to get it written down and then make this a little bit shorter. So like I gotta stick to my high volume times. I also have an old school playbook that's not available no more, which is the Controller FX playbook. This is the OG playbook from 2020. This is what I learned how to trade with. This is how I learned market structure. This is how I learned how to set up my own playbook. This is how I learned everything that I know through this playbook and watching Donvo stream. I decided to crop it. I went on ChatGPT and not ChatGPT, some other app that's AI, and I uploaded it to there, and I made the background like space so it can be cool. But the celery play is my favorite entry. Also, this entry right here is exactly what I take on the 1 minute. You see it right here. If you guys take a screenshot of that and zoom in right here, this is the play that I was talking to Wix about to identify the top wick. The onion play is what I use to identify where the top wick is gonna be on the 1 minute. So when, let's say this is like a 15-minute bearish candle, right? And then this is our bottom wick right here. And then this is the pull up without a bottom wick, right? This is the pull up without a bottom wick, and you're looking for the top wick on the 15. This level right here is a level off the 1 minute, right? And then you would look for the onion play forming right there at that 1 minute level, and then you would take your sell stop right here to flip, and your break even point would be right here on the flip of that higher time frame candle. So the real OGs remember this. You remember the structure. It's all perfect, clean market structure, man. Like, yeah, man, when you have, let's see if I can draw something out for you guys. You have your 15-minute, oh, that's ugly, you can't see shit there. Fuck it. Hasta mañana, gang. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Spam some fucking W's in the chat. Spam some W's in the chat. I hope you guys were able to actually catch some pips, bro. I know that last one was a little bit hard, but at least it drove 30 pips, giving you guys a little bit of room. I know when I scalp, it's difficult to catch my entries and exits, but I hope you guys kind of understand how I'm trading from range to range. I'm using the 1 minute levels as my stop losses, as my break evens, as my take profits, and how important these levels are, because when these levels coincide with the higher time frame, bro, they're golden, dude. Golden. But yeah, man, have a wonderful day, everybody. I hope you guys don't blow your accounts over trading. I know some of you guys are fucking up in the morning right now and about to have a beautiful trading day. So use a stop loss. Stay fresh, stay fit. What am I looking for? I gotta work on these outros. I sound stupid. Have a good day, guys.